Welcome back, YouTube. Another day in Blueprint. I thought winter was going to be over, but called it too early. Here's hoping for better weathers to get back to the cars and driving what they're meant for. But today we are tuning. We just want to give you a little bit of update. All this, I don't know whose it is. But Tyler, we just fitted everything fits. Throttle body's in, pans in, everything is good to go. What else is left? What's left?
Turbo fittings. Turbo fittings, a few things going on. Got to put on the intake.
That's about it, right? And fluids?
Fluids, yeah.
Yeah.
Already got spark plugs, need the...
Yeah, I got to make that. So we're putting an IGN1 sequential running with the haltech that I got to make the harness for. Just got to get to it. I don't know how, but I'll get it done. I'll probably get it done this week, Sushi. All right. Trailblazer just cranked it. It fires, but we're going to crank it, warm it up, do a heat cycle. There's a lot of modifications that we needed to do today to this car, but it's finally up and running. Well, it will be today. What else we got? The Lancer is back. We just got all the stuff that we need to put a Evo X tranny in this. I don't know if you guys remember or not. This is a Lancer ES 6-speed or 5-speed. I forget. 5-speed, I think. And with the 4B11 that made like 450 on 93 octane, and then basically his clutch and tranny gave out. So now we're doing a full all-wheel drive swap. We do have a stage 3 tranny, or the drag transmission built by TRE for Evo 10 that's going to go into this. We got all the stuff that we need recently just for the front end, and then we're going to do the drive shaft, and we have a rear end as well, the complete rear end. Ming is done. I didn't do a video on this because it's a pretty typical build. He has a GTX3076 on 93. He hit like 450. That's where we stopped. And basically he doesn't want to do E85 because he doesn't have E85 where he is. So he's gonna come pick up his car tomorrow. And we got this car on the dyno. I'll give you guys videos later. It'll be uploaded, but there was a leak on the manifold. One of the fittings that was on it just basically started spewing, so we had to stop. I mean, I hit like 200 something, I forget, and just starting to tune out the boost and fuel, but we had to stop. But today we are tuning Kenji's car. Another car Carl's working on. He had oil leaks. That is Jason's. He's been suffering with this car for a while. He had oil leaks, shitty tune. It was just, but he has a really good setup too. So more to come on that when I start tuning. But today we are tuning Kenji's. Let me pop the hood. So his issue when he came to us, basically his car didn't run well. There was revving issues and whole bunch of list of problems he told us, but mainly it's the revving, and the tune was really bad. He had minor mechanical issues too that we fixed, but he's from Wisconsin and he's been to a bunch of people, and like back to basics. Some of them turned down, some of them couldn't fix it, but it was something very simple. But either way, we got everything done, made some upgrades too. We got rid of his intake that was, going through this way, and the air was being sucked up from the front, and that was, I'm sorry, you're not going to get any performance gains from that, not at this level. And instead, you're going to introduce possible liabilities, which is you might, suck up water, and then there goes the engine. But he has FIC 1200cc's. We got a 450 fuel pump. We changed the intake, bone stock motor, There's no cams, nothing, and he has GTX3076. So that's the 3076. Typically we don't use that turbo. If you want to get anything smaller than like a 35 series, I would tell you just to get the, save your money, get the MHI 18K, and that's something in that variant. The 30s will get you to, 400 plus, but I feel like the amount of spool difference from a 3071 and 3576, it's negligible. You're not gonna, you're gonna feel it, but the 35 is a much more efficient turbo. But either way, yeah, so today we're gonna do Flexfuel tune. I know he's gonna be happy with this. This is a final edition, and we put some gauges that he didn't have. He needed that, and that's about it. Just needed just little loving and tenderness, that's all. So let's put her on the dyno and see what she does. This was around 25 pounds and hella rich. We got a lot of work to do. Got to smooth out the timing, and let's get to it. On this run, just smoothed out the timing a little bit. I lowered it by a degree because I'm going to lean the car out, but the fueling is a little better. Still rich, a little bit rich up top, but we're going to fix it on the next run.
So jealous that I don't do what I don't like.
So this is no other changes other than just fuel a little bit up top. I'm going to continue to slowly lean it out to see if we have any gains and where his engine likes the AFR on full throttle and full boost and higher RPM. So this is our fourth one and our final one for 93. Kenji let me know that he's doing flex fuel, so he's most likely going to be just using the 93 to clean. But this is where we're going to stop the 93. I smooth it out as much as possible. I did have to change the ignition timing because he did have spark blowout for whatever reason. It's possible that his ignition coils are going out. But we're going to switch to E85. So this is around 28 pounds of boost, and I think 76% ethanol currently. We had to use X98 just to get it up. The local pump ethanol is just so low. He still has a little bit of ignition issues. We changed the plugs before we did anything, but I think his coils definitely need to be changed. And this is mediocre timing, like say whatever I left the 93 at. This is basically the same thing. He's still a little bit rich for E85, the percentage that he has, but I think I'm gonna leave it like this. Maybe a tad bit leaner, but he's gonna be driving this on the street. I don't want to take any chances. That was boost cut. I set it to 30, actually 29, and then basically it spiked to 29 point something and 30, and that's when it just cut up top. That's good, which means it's working. We do want to stay at a certain boost, even a higher RPM, so now I'm just going to adjust for that. So this is the final number, exactly where I want it to be. He originally wanted like 400 horsepower, I think 400, 420 on E85. This turbo is capable of 500, but we just want to keep it here. He's running what I think mid-range, between 4.5 to 55, like 28 pounds, and it creeps, it lowers itself to 25. That's by design. And he's not even running that much timing. This is a perfect street car, I would say. These are the final 93 and 85 comparison. Like in the area that we're in, Romeoville, the 85 is not consistent. I don't think it is anywhere. If you do get consistent E85 where you live, you're very lucky. So you have to be mindful. When you do tune flex fuel, we like to add X98 or whatever we have, get our hands on the highest ethanol possible. So, when it does seasonally change the E85 content, you don't have issues. But thank you guys I appreciate all of you, all the comments. Just stay positive. I just want to say, I do understand when you have your car that's like, people don't know, but people in your personal life, they might not know how much it means to you because it's just a car. But I do understand, because I've been in your shoes, and I have my car too, and a little bit something is wrong, you go crazy, you lose sleep over it. I completely understand that. Over time, however, you do get used to the mod life. It does get better, but I would tell you, sometimes when you try to fix it yourself, you do more hurt than harm. Unless you're dedicated, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck up, but I want to learn. Then it could be a rewarding experience. But not a lot of us are financially stable enough to do that. But I would tell you, you don't necessarily have to come to me. If you're struggling, seek professional help. You don't try to self-medicate. Especially if you're not, dedicated to it. You'll save yourself a lot of stress, and you can't put a price on that. But thank you guys for watching. Keep it coming. Please, subscribe. It does motivate me. Until next time, there's a lot of cool projects coming out. I have backlog videos from 2022, a lot of cars, and I'm just sorting through them now. So you'll see backdated items coming up soon.